Hey guys, once again back with the MB guide video, and now I will show you how to predict your enemy strategy in most cases on AoE multiplayer. This is not going to count against computer, but I'm going to go play against computer. Even though it's against computer, I'm going to explain, and I'm going to tell you to imagine if he did this, then he will probably do that. So you have to pay close attention, and I'm going to build up my base here. And while I'm building, I'm gonna scout my opponent and I'm gonna tell you what I think he will do. Although it's a barbarian, he probably doesn't have what he should have. Once again, I'm gonna tell you what I think he will do if he had this and this on what resources. So let's just get to it. In this case, I am Huns versus Slavs. In this situation, I would probably go for scout build order into a cavalry archer transition, because Slavs, they are really strong when it comes to having full eco with their farms, so they will probably transition to knights, and cav archers, they can do hit and run against knights, so that's probably what I want. And I don't know, Slavs, they are insanely tricky, but you can't expect them to open scouts, so it will be a scout war. What you want to do against Slavs, which I won't do in this game, is probably fully wall yourself, so that your own scouts can have free way to raid your opponent's base. So if you have an open map, it's going to be of course a lot trickier, and you're probably going to have to stay on the back foot against the save like Slavs, even though you have a strong save like Huns. But if your map is open, then again, a little advice from me is that you can put your spearmen on the vital resources, so that you can leave your base with your scouts. You shouldn't really leave your base with the scouts until you have spearmen on the resources you need, unless you have a faster uptime than your opponent. So here I'm going to do a scout build order. I'm not going to explain what I do, but you can see what I do. So if you want to learn the scout build order, just pay close attention. It's really just a simple thing, not really a big deal. I'm playing also on fast speed, so everything is going to be a little bit faster than usual. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more struggle than usual, but it's alright. And also I'm aiming for, let's say, 21 population, but I really want to find out what my opponent is doing right now. But first, you have to find everything on your own. You have to find your own stuff. Now I found my own stuff. Now I want to go look what my opponent's doing. It's now minute 4, or almost minute 5. It's a good time to go see what your opponent's up to. Because if you don't know what your opponent's up to, then how are you going to prepare your strategy? Well, many times I've done this, just guessing what my opponent's gonna go for due to his civilization. Slavs, scouts, someone's Indians, probably scouts, someone's Britons. You gotta be more careful. Then I would say men-at-arms could be a possibility, and archers into the transition into that. So if you're against a civ like that and can cause problems for you with men-at-arms, I wouldn't recommend luring too many deer. I would rather go explore his base. So, how can you then find out what strategy your opponent is going for? Well, first of all, gotta find his base. Gotta find out where he's taking wood and things like that. And what I would look for mainly is his main wood and his gold. Because those two things can really tell you what your opponent's gonna do. And I'm gonna explain that to you right now. So, let's say I scouted the wood. Right now it's been fast speed, I haven't really got the time. But let's say I scouted the wood and I scouted the gold. So, if I was a little bit earlier, let's say I found him at minute 5. What I can tell from scouting his wood at minute 5 is how many he has on wood, Then I can tell what strategy he's gonna go for. Because you don't go for 4 on wood early if you're going for scouts. In this case, I added my 4th villager at pop, I believe it was 19. And at minute 5, you're not at pop 19. And if you have 3 on wood, minute 5, you don't add more. It will most likely be scouts from your enemy. If he has 4 on wood, it can mean a lot of things. It can mean that he's going to go for a barracks. But how do you know he's gonna go for a drush? Simply by scouting his main gold and clicking on each tile and see if there's 10 gold missing. I'm gonna show you that soon when I find his main gold. He might go for men-at-arms. How do you know he's gonna go for men-at-arms? Usually at pop 20, which would be minute 7, there would be, if he follows the right build order, he will be going for a barracks at pop 20 and then adding to the gold. If a barracks come out minute 20, it's not a drush, because with a drush, you want to get your barracks up at pop 17. See, this is super complicated, but it's super important to know this as you get a higher level in this game. I know that some of you aren't that high level yet, but there are so many things that can make you improve out there, and this is just something that you will experience on the way. So pop 20, building a barracks, most likely men-at-arms. Pop 17, most likely a drush. And how you find out the drush? Yes, you scout his main gold, click on each tile, like there. Like if I explore it, I click, like 800. There's 800 on each gold. So you click there, you see it's 800 there. Click 800, and then you click, and then boom, it's 1790. Then he's taken 10 gold, which he needs to build his drush and make loom, and then you know your opponent will go for a drush. So if you scout that he has a 4 on wood again, there's more things than men-at-arms. It can be even a forward coming in. It can be a tower rush. How do you know it's a forward or a tower rush? Well, you scout first of all, you scout your opponent all around. Here's the main gold. I can click and can see 800 on each, not a drush. And he's not on gold at this time. I would say maybe he will go scouts. But how do you know it's not a tower rush, but a forward? Yes, you scout around all your opponent's base. And then you go check his main stone. If he's on the main stone, he's probably going for the tower rush. Let's say he was having 3 on stone right now. And you're like, oh shit, he's going for tower rush. It's minute 8. He's halfway to feudal age. I have to go back with my scout right away, and I have to see or try to predict where he's going to tower. How are you going to predict where he's going to put the first tower? Is simply by seeing where he's locating his scout. If he's wiggling back and forth here by a wood line, he's halfway to feudal, he's on stone, he has his scout here, he probably wants to put a tower here. He probably does not bait you with a scout and put a tower here. Most likely he wants to have vision around. You see like, okay, is everything clear? I can put a tower here, distract this wood line. That is probably how your opponent will think. So he will probably have his scout wandering around here. If you're unsure, you can even put an outpost. Outpost can be worth it in these cases, and I'm not going to do more about my build now. Outpost can be worth in these cases to check if he's going for a tower here. Even Town Watch is a great one early on, because this can help you against tower rush. If he's not on stone, you have checked all around his base. There's not a single military building. He's halfway to feudal age. You have to expect that your opponent might go for a forward when he had the 4 on wood earlier, and there's no military buildings, and you really gotta be careful of that. Then it indicates that a barracks might come up here, an archery range, he comes up with spears, skirms, puts 1 tower and take your stone, and then you gotta defend. How do you defend that? Well, you go for your own archery ranges, Or you go for a scout stable, you try to delay with the scouts, be careful of the spears, try to put your own defensive tower, and you look for a place to take stone. Usually he will hang out in this area if he forts from here, so that you can take, for example, this stone, because he will hang around a lot here. It takes some time before it goes here, so you can try to put some walls out here. While you have a defensive tower, he forts here, you're safe, you have back economy. You can take some gold, all the good stuff, and you can take, like, this mining camp is terrible, but you know, you get the thing. You can just try to stall as much as possible. He will be in this area. If he comes attacking this area, you can do the same thing. Put the tower here, put the wall from here, you know, and then you can take this stone. Sometimes you have both stones in one place, he towers it. It can be very, very complicated to stop a forward. What can you do to stop the forward? I don't really know. It can be really, really hard. But what I try to do, both my stones have been towered. I try to put one tower that can secure me at least 1 wood and gold, so that I know that I can't make more towers, but this tower will protect the resource that I need for now. And I try to send my army to go counterattack him so he gets distracted at home. It's really, really complicated to know what your opponent will do, but if you know this and can predict this, this will help you really along the way. So guys, if there's more you want me to talk about, maybe I can show you how to defend a thrush and so on, but I kind of explained it. You kind of get the idea. Put a defensive tower, get your opponent resources in the back, get some walls up, buy time, mine stone somewhere else, and then you can, for example, put a tower. If he tries to break in here, put a new defensive tower. Probably not with those villagers, because they were busy mining stone. You can take your wood villagers, build a defensive tower, and you can go for a blacksmith, make fletching, and just keep him out from your important spots. Meanwhile, you have one tower here, one tower here, defending 2 areas, and you can make farms in the back. He has to walk all around to make a new tower on you in that case, which he probably won't do. And you will probably have scouts out, which can stop him here if he goes for a tower rush. So yeah, that was it, guys. I can explain you more and more. There's so many things, but I'm gonna leave that out for another episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys all, and take care. Hopefully you guys will catch me live on Twitch one time. We'll see. I really appreciate all you guys watching. If you guys like the content, you can subscribe. And yeah, bye bye.